Our story begins with a playful feline, boundlessly energetic and imbued with an insatiable curiosity, finding an empty cardboard box left unattended on the living room floor. After a considered pause, the camera pans to the box, smaller than the vivacious kitty, but still alluring in its cardboard promise. Cue the playful soundtrack as our audacious cat hero decides to conquer this box against all odds. With the swagger of a false Tetris master, the cat starts to engage with the box, attempting to squeeze and prod its way into the tiny confines. Alas, the box holds its ground, refusing to accept our oversized hero. The cat whirls and twirls about, mods and pods high into the air, tumbles into different angles, but to no avail. Our kitty finds itself hilariously stuck halfway, its tail still swishing outside the box in defiance. And thus, our furry adventurer learns a valuable life lesson. Taking on boxes smaller than oneself can lead to hilariously sticky situations, all on a day's work in the Great Box Escape. In the tranquility of an unassuming living room, carpet bathed in sunlight, a cold, metallic beast awakens. The monstrous vacuum, an intruder in this peaceful domain, roars to life, buzzing and whirring with gusto. "No one messes with my turf," echoes a steadfast bark as, from the corner of the room, a tiny, brave combatant emerges, our hero, the indefatigable canine. The fur bristles on its back, lips curled back in a growl, ready to defend its world against this rumbling monster. As the vacuum drones ever closer, the game is on. Our feisty, four-legged gladiator leaps into action, darting bravely around the enemy, barking out righteous warnings. In a whirlwind of fluff and bravery, things tumble into chaos. Books, magazines, the precious TV remote, all victims in this epic battle. The room transforms from tranquil domain to chaotic battleground as our dog fiercely holds its ground, resolved to protect its home turf from the dread beast. Finally, in a triumphant climax, the canine champion stands, warrior-like, over the defeated vacuum, a beacon of victory in its war-torn surroundings. And yes, victorious he stands, a living testament to the indomitable spirit of man's best friend. It's a typical afternoon. Sarah, eyes glued to an intensely dramatic soap opera, is completely engrossed in the unfolding storyline. Suddenly, the channel flicks to a frenzied cooking show, a flamboyant chef hustling with a high-energy egg beat routine. Confused, Sarah looks at her remote, still resting beside her. Then, frantically hooting away is Charlie, her mischievous parrot, a cheeky glimmer in its eyes, with another remote in its talons. Sarah leaps up, but Charlie outsmarts her, stealing the room's airspace. With each flap of his wings, the channels switch, from high-octane car chases to serene yoga sessions, wild animal documentaries to sizzling cooking throwdowns, reruns of sitcoms to nail-biting soccer finals. It's a splendid chaos of sights and sounds. Sarah, winded and bewildered, looks on helplessly as Charlie continues his living room air show, cutting through laughter, suspense, action, and fervor with impeccable timing. Stay tuned to catch the whirlwind adventure of Charlie, the harbinger of remote control chaos.
Welcome to the Feathered Frenzy. As the sun ascends over our little backyard, a mysterious intruder embarks on a daring venture. Here's our bold squirrel, sneaking his way up the bird feeder, a master of stealth on a mission to bag some bird food. His squirrely senses heightened, his sharp claws gripping the pole with a sinewy fervor. It seems nothing can disturb this cunning plan, or so he thinks. Lo and behold, the feathered inhabitants of the yard, previously immersed in their charming morning chirping, become aware of this crime in progress. Their beady eyes gleaming with determination, the birds swarm in, breaking the quiet serenity of the morning air. It's a helter-skelter chase. As feathers fly and our squirrel tries to dodge the avian onslaught, the feeder tips sideways, creating a blizzard of bird food. The scene is nothing less than a hilarious pandemonium. Yet in the end, amidst the flapping of wings and the twitching of squirrel tails, we realize some squirrels just can't take a hint. Welcome to the chaotic world of Chef Rocky's kitchen, where nothing is off limits in his quest for culinary innovation. This isn't your typical one-hat chef. Meet Chef Rocky, a rambunctious raccoon whose gastronomic prowess stems from an unconventional pantry, the neighborhood dumpsters. Today, we're going on a wild ride to explore Chef Rocky's unusual repertoire. We, the audience, gasp, captivated, as he deftly kneads dough with his paws, finding pockets of flavor boosters in unimagined places. Who can forget his iconic trash salad, a blend of crisp lettuce, aged to perfection, and creatively repurposed napkins? Or the world-famous trash pie, a delectable mystery of you'd rather not know ingredients, baked to perfection and singed just a little, thanks to Rocky's knack for cooking up a disaster, quite literally. So buckle up, food lovers, for this roller coaster of a culinary journey is seasoned with giggles, and led by none other than our Michelin star wannabe, Chef Rocky the Raccoon. Meet our protagonist, a squirrel dressed in a tiny suit, firmly seated in a plush office chair behind the grand executive desk. This isn't your everyday squirrel. He's the CEO of a major corporation. Watch him industriously chew through his afternoon acorn snacks, while he directs the office operations. The room is filled with a motley crew of business animals, beavers engaged in project management, and raccoons doling out accountancy advice, each one baffled yet intrigued by their new unconventional leader. And then there are the technical difficulties. One moment is met with an uproarious roar of laughter when the Squirrels CEO mistakes the computer mouse for an actual mouse, leading to an all-out high-speed chase around the office space. As the chaos unfolds, our Woodland CEO discovers an unexpected nugget of innovation, the acorn scheme, a plan to replace conventional currency with acorns, his nut of choice. It's pure squirrel madness. The raccoon accountants are sent into a frenzy, notepads flying everywhere. How can they make sense of acorn economics? Tune in to find out. Meet Fluffy, the fabulous feline, owner of the fanciest hair salon in town. Paws and claws make over madness. Fluffy runs her business with flair and precision, but only for the felines of the town. Witness as cats strut in with bristly furs and walk out boasting sleek, stylish hairstyles that make all heads turn. But one day, the pooch population of the town gets wind of Fluffy's famed salon. Tired of their dull doggy-doos, a mischievous pack of dogs decides to sneak in filtering the immaculate salon, hoping that some of Fluffy's fabulosity could rub off on them. Our camera captures the ensuing hilarity as Fluffy, with sheer eye-rolling sass, tries to tame the shaggy dogs with brushes and hair curlers. Amid the chaos, Fluffy delivers style and spectacle, unfaltering in her quintessential cat vibe. Welcome to Goat Gym, where each workout session is a riot of hoofed hilarity. Your chipper instructor, Gary, sporting an endearing headband, will have your heart racing with his unorthodox aerobics routines. Watch as he prances, leaps, and headbutts his way through a fitness regime that's nothing short of chaotic. As an enthusiastic goat, Gary believes in the philosophy of eat what you lift, and he's not shy about taking a chomp out of the nearest dumbbell, or even the odd yoga mat. The goat classmates try to emulate Gary with mixed results. Dumbbells fly as goats prefer munching them over lifting them, and yoga mats become improvised banquet tables. But don't panic, that's just PEP. We're sure all this barely controlled pandemonium is highly good for your fitness goals. To end it all, Gary initiates a twisty yoga pose, leaving everyone in a knotty pile of limbs, goat and human alike. If it's fitness chaos you're after, then there's no gym quite like Goat Gym. Meet Hammy, a tiny hamster with big ambitions. In his snug little workout outfit, he stands commandingly in front of his odd assortment of clients, from a yawning pooch with more fat than fur to a chubby bunny who's reached for one too many carrots. Remember, fitness, like life, is a wheel. You've just got to keep running. Hammy the hamster chirps, demonstrating on his own little treadmill. His message apparently applies to all species. The visual contrast between Hammy the hamster and his haplessly large and doting clients is both hilarious and heartwarming. The sight of these larger animals attempting to imitate their little leader makes this an unforgettable journey of cuteness and comedy. The tiny trainer breaks a tiny sweat as his client, the dog, huffs and puffs, miraculously lifting his food bowl as if it were a weight. Hammy the hamster's workout wonders proves that fitness comes in all shapes and sizes, and that we can all push our boundaries no matter who or where we are. So who's ready to run on life's wheel with Hammy the hamster? Meet Tony, a quirky little penguin with a big dream to have his very own pizza delivery service. Waddle along with him on his first assignment ever, a piping hot, delicious pizza to a seal dwelling on the other side of the iceberg. The journey isn't as easy as it seems, though. The path is treacherously slippery, and balancing a pizza box on a penguin belly is another adventure on its own. The wild ride is filled with comical mistakes, slippery setbacks, and the hovering doom of a squished pizza. Just halfway through, disaster strikes. The poor pizza box opened, and the pizza is now a frozen disaster. Watch as Tony hilariously tries to salvage the situation, scooping up the icy pieces and rearranging the toppings, determined not to let his first customer down. Meanwhile, an eager crowd of seals anxiously watch Tony's chaotic journey. They're cheering, they're laughing, but more than anything, they're hungry. Will Tony manage to deliver a hot meal, or will it be a cheesy catastrophe? Tune in to find out.